In this tutorial, we're going to learn about saying how many of different family members we have in our family. For example, we can learn how to say, I have 2 younger brothers, I have 3 older sisters, I have 4 aunties, and so on. But we're going to start off with a little bit of revision. Have a look at the family word sentences we already know. Let's have a look at the top one. 何人家族ですか? 何人 means how many people. 家族 is family. And ですか means is it. So how many person family is it? And that's one way that the Japanese can ask how many people in your family. Let's have a look at the picture. We've got 1人、2人、3人、4人、5人. So there are 5 people in this family. So we would reply 5人家族です. I have a 5-person family, or there are 5 people in my family. The next sentence is very similar, only instead of asking how many family members, we're going to be asking about this. 兄弟, brothers and sisters. 何人, how many people. 兄弟, brothers and sisters. ですか, are there. 何人兄弟ですか? In other words, how many brothers and sisters do you have? Here we've got, I think they're probably 弟, aren't they? 1人, 2人. So 2 people. 2人兄弟です. 2 people, brothers and sisters, it is. Which is the Japanese way of saying, I have 2 brothers and sisters. Notice that when we're writing across in Japanese, we use the Western style numbers instead of kanji numbers. We actually reserve kanji numbers for writing up and down. We've been using them across just for practice, but they should be these numbers to be natural in Japanese. Now we're going to look at asking not just if someone else has certain family members, but how many they have. So we're going to need the counter for people to ask how many people. And here it is. 何人, how many people. Let's look at where that goes in our sentence. When we place a counter word, so any word that's to do with numbers, then the perfect place for it in a Japanese sentence, the most elegant place for it, not the only place, but the most elegant place for it, is directly before this verb here at the end of the sentence. So to pop your counter in, you identify the verb at the end of the sentence. In our case, it's here. And then you're going to pop your counter in just before that, making sure that it goes after any particle that might precede the verb. So you're never going to pop a counter between a word and its particle. You're going to pop it after that particle and in front of the verb at the end of the sentence. So your question, how many younger brothers do you have, would look like this. 弟さんが何人いますか? 弟さんが何人いますか? How many younger brothers are there? How many younger brothers exist? Or in English, we would say, how many younger brothers do you have? Okay, let's have a look at our 2 sample answers. はい、弟がいます. Yes, I have younger brothers. And いいえ、弟はいません. Now the second sentence here, いいえ、弟はいません, that's going to remain unchanged. If someone asks you how many younger brothers you have, and you indeed have no younger brothers, then you're simply going to say no, there are no younger brothers. In other words, I have no younger brothers. But this answer, yes, I have a younger brother, that's going to change, isn't it? Because instead of saying, yes, I have a younger brother, you're going to state how many younger brothers you have. So we're not going to need the yes, the height here will disappear. Instead, we're going to insert the number of younger brothers we have, and we're going to put it in that same classic place, which is before the verb at the end and after any particles which may precede it. This is where our counting word is going to go. And of course, in Japanese, when you use a counter to count things, you have to follow it with the appropriate counting word. In this case, the counting word for people is represented by this kanji here, and it has a number of different pronunciations. And in the case of 2, you'll recall that it's pronounced futari. 2 people are futari. So let's pop that in. Notice we're using again the Western style numbering system because we're writing across. Interesting how this kanji here has lots of different pronunciations depending on how it's used. But in this case, you just have to learn that two people is pronounced futari. So, ototo ga futari imasu. I have two younger brothers. See if you can answer this question using the picture hints provided. Imoto-san ga nannin imasu ka? Did you get imoto ga 3人います? Did you remember to drop the san from imoto because it's your own younger sister? 妹が3人います. Let's try this one. お姉さんが何人いますか? Did you get 姉が2人います. 姉が2人います. Let's try one more. お兄さんが何人いますか?兄が2人います. 兄が2人います.